go. So now I'll stop ignoring you. All right? All right? That's what I was doing. All right? Because I was busy. All right? Now, the main thing I want to do right now is I want to talk to anybody who has a question with any of the evens through 22 or whatever we did. Charlotte, tell me.
Number 10, I got
You're allowed to have fractions.
okay, then I think I'm right, but
Well, for number 10, if we were just doing that, that's pretty easy because y equals 9. Do you agree with that?
yeah.
And then if y equals 9, 3x plus 18 equals 2. 3x equals negative 16, so x is equal to negative 16 thirds.
Okay, that's why
So your answer, negative 16 thirds, comma 9. Next. Yes. Dalton, what?
Can you do 20?
Let's check out 20. All right. Again, we have 8x equals 24, so x equals 3. Right? Then I'm plugging 3 in for x. 9 minus 2y equals 16. Negative 2y equals 7. Y equals, is that right, negative 7 halves? So my answer is 3 comma negative 7 halves. Somebody else. What?
16.
16. Let's take a look at 16 real quick. Bless you. Now, this one, hey, stop right here and listen. Everybody should recognize right off the bat, the slopes are what?
Same.
The same. Now, the next thing, before you answer, you go to the y-intercepts. Are they the same?
No.
No, so they must be
Parallel.
parallel. So there is no solution. Come on, I need everybody to be master of that. That's what you're supposed to look at. Slopes are the same, means they're parallel. If what? If the y-intercepts are different. If the y-intercepts were the same, it would be the same line. Yes, go.
Well, ours is 2, but one is basically the same thing.
Which one do you want me to do? We did one yesterday in class. Shh. Well, it's just using the calculator, buddy. Do you didn't have your calculator with you, or are you having trouble with your calculator? Okay, we'll just type it in real quick. Let's go. Number 1, he's asking me to review number 1, so I will. So now, remember, some of you guys, if you ever have trouble with your calculator, Zoom Standard is a great thing. All right, Zoom Standard. All right, so you're just typing in negative 1/6 x under y1, and then under y2, you're typing in negative x plus 10. Now, if you look at your screen, they don't intersect. So you have to make the x max bigger. So you go to Window and make your x max 20. Now graph. And when you graph that, you now should see it. Now you go second calc, 5, enter, enter, enter. Right? You good now, right? All right. Good review. Yes, sir.
Number 12.
All right, let's take a look at number 12. Add these together. 12y equals negative 24. Y equals negative 2. Do you agree with that? Now you plug negative 2 in. Negative 9x minus 20 equals negative 2. Negative 9x equals 18. X equals negative 2.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Number 8.
All right, number 8. Here we go. Substitution. 6x plus 3. 4 minus 2x equals 12. Do you agree with that? 6x plus 12 minus 6x equals 12. Uh-oh. Same line, right? So we say there's an infinite number of solutions. Infinite number of solutions. Everybody good? Somebody else? Nobody has anything else for me? All right, guys. Now, When's our test?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. So we have how many questions here?
61.
60, right? Something like that.
Cool.
So again, we have a lot of work to do. All right. And I want everybody to do really well on their test. All right. So I want you studying some this weekend. All right. We're going to try to go through about 20 to maybe 25 of these today. But you got to be careful because I'm also going to show you how to type it in your calculator really quickly. All right. Should be a big help for you. That way you can double check your work. All right. So number 23. All right. So let's everybody take a look at 23. I don't like that solution there. It's kind of in my way. So I just eliminate it real quick. All right. Now this, all right, is just an easy addition problem. Does everybody agree with this? So we have what? 3x equals 6. So x equals 2. Now plug 2 in. So I have 4 plus y equals 2. So y equals what? Negative 2. So my solution is 2 comma negative 2. Is everybody with me?
Yeah.
That's how I want you to do it. All right. No. Now just let me explain. Okay. I promise you. All right. The y equals, I really want this. y1 and y2. I'm going to now try to show you how you can type it in quickly into your calculator. So please look up. All right. Do me a favor. Everybody look up. Now, y1, 2 minus 2x. I don't care how you write it right now to type it into the calculator. Does everybody see what I did? I just moved the what? I just moved the 2x over. Come on. Everybody good on that? And under y2, now look, I want the y to be positive, right? So I'm going to move this over here and this over here. So you should be able to say that y equals x minus 4. Everybody look at that. Make sure you see that. Come on. Does everybody agree with me? Or I'm expecting you to be able to quickly solve those for y. All right, is everybody good? Now we're going to just double check it real quick on our calculator. Type in 2 minus 2x. And type in x minus 4. And then calculate the intersection. And that is correct. All right. So why am I doing this right here? I'm doing this just for practice. To make sure on your test you can get a what? 100 by plugging it in. All right, by plugging it in to the calculator. This is to double check your work. What?
How did the calculator work first?
Well, I don't want you to do the calculator first. All right? This is how I want you to do it. All right, here we go. What, Hubble?
Do we have to do the y1?
Yeah. Listen, this is not an option. All right, Hubble, this is to help you check your work.
Okay.
All right, that's what it's for, because I want you to make 100 on your test. If you can type it in on your calculator and solve it, you'll know you made a what? 100 on your test. I won't even have to grade it. I'll just put 100 at the top because you checked your work and you know you're right. This is automatically set up as an addition problem, though. You have to do it the way it's set up. You with me now?
Yes.
All right, let's go to the next one. All right, here we go. Number 24. Bless you. All right. Now, number 24, I tried to trick you. This is set up as a what?
Addition.
No.
Substitution.
As a substitution, because it says x equals something.
Ah. Yeah.
It says x equals something. Is everybody with me on this? Ava, you good on that or not? Some of you guys are looking at it a little funny now. It's a substitution. So wherever I see an x, I can put what?
3y minus 1.
3y minus 1. So here we go. 3y minus 1 minus 3y equals 2. This is a good one. So what happens? They cancel out. The 3y and the negative 3y cancel out. So negative 1 equals 2. So this is what? No solution, which means the lines are what? Parallel. Now we're going to demonstrate why we know that they're parallel. All right? Hey, listen, you guys are going to learn ignore, right? Just ignore things. All I'm focused on is math. Don't be distracted. All right? Just focus up here. I don't care what's going on around the classroom. All right? I don't want to be interrupted. All right, so now here we go. All right? What I want to teach you now is how to put it into y equals real quick. So I want everybody to look right here now. I'm going to move the x. Please pay attention. Open parentheses. 2 minus x divided by negative 3. Look up so I can show you. What did I move? What did I do to the x? I just what? Moved it to the other side. When I moved it, it became what? Then I have to divide by what? Negative 3. That's how I want it typed in on your calculator. Now, under y2, I have to do what first? Add the 1. Thank you. So I end up with parentheses, x plus 1, and then divide it by what? 3. Thank you. That's what I want. Under y1 and under y2. Everybody good on this? Now, look at your calculator. And what do you notice? Type it in under y1 and y2.
Parallel.
Parallel. So you just checked your work. You know you're correct. The problem is, if you're not sure what I'm doing here, guys, hey, everybody okay with this right here? How I set that up? You're just isolating the y. Isolating the y, that's all I'm doing. Now you know how to check your work, so it's really simple. And you should be quick at it. All right, you should be quick. It shouldn't take you long to do that. All right? That's why, if I'm not mistaken, there's like 10 questions on the test. That's it. And then you just have to check your work to get 100. I think that's what it is. All right, here we go. Let's check out 25. All right, on number 25. I really wish you guys would be able to look at that and say that's obviously the what?
Addition.
Yes. It's the what? It's the same line. Now, how did I know that real quick? Because I just made a quick observation.
Oh.
What can I multiply the top equation by? 3. If I multiply the top equation by 3, what do you notice? Same answer. It's the same equation. All right, so what I want you to do is I want you to put parentheses around it, multiply by 3, and then make an observation. It is the what? It's the same line. All right? It is the same line. Hold up. Just a second. All right? So if I multiply this by 3, that becomes 6x minus 3y equals 3. And then just based because we're smart, we observe those are the what? Same line. All right? So I want you to write down same line, and then it's an infinite number of solutions. What?
So it's no solution if the y-intercepts are the same, but slopes are.
Exactly. Because why?
Is
That's
it's
right.
the same line that y-intercepts are the same.
Exactly. Perfect. Perfectly makes sense. Do you agree? If the y-intercepts are different, there's no way they can be the same line. Okay? Come on now. So now, here, please, I'm going to keep saying this because I think this is really, really important. Right? So I'm solving. Move the 2x over. Parentheses. 1 minus 2x divided by negative 1. Now, you need to look up there and say, okay, I understand what he's doing. All right, anybody have any questions with y1? What? Come on, read.
Why did you do 1 minus 2x
Well,
divided by -1?
because it's easy to see. I just move the 2x and I divide by negative 1. Just like this one. I'm going to do parentheses. 3 minus 6x divided by what? Negative 3. So under y1 and y2, everybody type those in. All right, now it's going to look funny when you type those in. All right, unless you have a color calculator that does them in different colors. They do them in different colors. You can see it's clearly what? The same line. Does everybody agree with that? If you don't have one that works in color, then you're just going to have to see. If you look carefully, you can see it's just doing it. It's just, it's on top of each other, is what I'm trying to say. Does everybody see that? Or just one line is graphed. Come on now, you have to look at it yourself. This is something you have to be doing. You see that? Anybody have any questions with what we're on number 25? Any questions with that? Any questions? Nobody? Hubble, you still good?
Yep.
All right, let's go. 26. Where's your paper? Let's go. All right, come on, man. Just let's move this desk right back. You can charge it right there. Hurry up. Get up, get up, get up. Hurry, quicker. I'll get this. You take your. Get yourself plugged in. All right, here we go. Now I'm on question number 26. Okay, everybody look at 26 now. All right, nice little problem working here. All right, the most efficient way is to multiply the bottom equation by, say it again,
2.
multiply the bottom equation by, someone help him,
-2.
-2. Because again, you want one to be positive and one to be what? Negative. So multiply by -2. And when I do that, I get -2x minus 8y equals -2. Bringing down the 2x plus y equals 9. Let's add them together. -7y equals 7, so y equals what? -1. Now I plug -1 into my equation. 2x minus 1 equals 9. 2x equals 10, so x equals 5. My solution is 5 comma -1. 5 comma -1. Anybody have any issues with that? Any issues? All right. So here we go. Now, for this, I just need to move the what? I just need to move the 2x, right? So do I really need a parentheses on this one? No, because I'm dividing by 1. All right, so this is just what? Well, I don't need a parentheses. Yes, 9 minus 2x. On the other one, parentheses, what? Or you could just say 1 minus x. And then divided by what? 4. Do you agree it's the same? It doesn't matter, right? What?
So when you put the parentheses,
When I have to divide by something. What?
you always divide by the y.
Exactly, because you're isolating the y, right? In this case, I was just dividing by what? 1. Do you see that? So it doesn't matter. Dividing by 1 doesn't matter. All right? So now, everybody type that into your calculator, please. Let's go. Type it in. Double check our work. Verify your answer. Everybody's good with that, right? All right. All right, next, let's go. Next problem. All right. Number 28 obviously is a what? Substitution. So here we go. So 8x minus 2 times 4x minus 5 equals 20. Distributing 8x minus 8x plus 10 equals 20. 10 equals 20. What do we got? Is it a true or false? Therefore it is no solution, right? So we're going to go no solution, and then I want you to, I'm just making sure we know these are what? Parallel lines, okay? So is the first one set up perfectly already for us? Yeah, so I don't have to change that. So under y1, you type in 4x minus 5. On the next one, parentheses. All right, who's been listening? Who can tell me? Go, write this one for me.
I think it's parentheses 8x.
No, you start with this number. Say that number first.
So
Come on.
parentheses 8
What is it right now? Is it positive or negative?
positive.
Come on now, 20.
So positive 20
And then you move the 8x, so it's what?
plus 8x.
You move the 8x minus 8x. Then I divide it by what?
Negative.
Come on, everybody's got to be able to do that. All right? Everybody's got to do that. All right, so now type that in the calculator real quick. And what do you notice about the lines? They are parallel. All right, which means they don't intersect. You good on that now? Good. All right, here we go. Keep going. 28. This is a good what type of problem? Substitution again. So here we go. Y minus 2, open parentheses, 16 minus y equals negative 17. So now y minus 32 plus 2y equals negative 17. Is that making sense? So now 3y minus 32 equals negative 17. 3y equals 15. Y equals 5. Everybody agree with that? Now, if y equals 5, we're plugging it in. The easiest one is right here. So now x equals what? X equals 11. So my solution is, now are we going to be able to see that in the window?
No.
No, so you got to be able to adjust your window. All right, so here we go. Y equals, the first one is easy, negative 17 plus 2x. Everybody agree with that? All I did was I moved that 2x over. Is everybody good? Now for the second one, now do you agree that the y is negative here, guys?
Yes.
So to me, it'd be easier to move the y over and move the x over.
Yeah.
So everybody should be able to say that's just 16 minus x. Good job, guys, if you know that. If you're having trouble, raise your hand quickly. Let's get it taken care of. What?
I'm a little confused when you do, like, for the y equals when you do parentheses and then just move it.
Well, am I dividing by anything? So do I need parentheses? If you want to put parentheses and do divided by 1. Now do you see how silly that is? Right? You don't need to divide by 1. You can. Would it hurt anything? If you put parentheses, would it hurt anything? No, it wouldn't. All right, so don't worry so much about it. It's when you divide, you're dividing an entire quantity. You hear me now? All right. Now, I need everybody to make sure they can fix their screen so they can see the point of intersection. That's the point of this problem right here. If you can't get it on your calculator, you got to expand your window, which means change the window. What? Zoom fit, listen to me. Zoom fit will work, but it zoom fits from negative 10 to 10. Right? You have to change the window because 11 is an answer. You hear me? So you have to expand the window, then zoom fit. Then you would be working. Okay? Hopefully that made sense. I know some of you guys are learning how to use a calculator. It's super important. Any issues? All right, let's move. Come on, guys. Let's keep going. All right, 29, I like. All right, so what I'm going to do real quick for 29 is I'm going to copy, I'm going to paste it right over here. And for this now, I can just multiply by what?
-1.
Yay, good job, guys. Can multiply by -1. And when I do that, that becomes negative 2x minus 5y equals negative 16. Everybody good on this? And now we can add them. When I add them, I get what? Negative 4y equals negative 12, so y equals 3. Now that I know y equals 3, wow, it'll be really easy if I just plugged it in right here. Do you agree? All right. So now 2x plus 3 equals 4. 2x equals 1. So x is equal to 1/2. So my answer is 1/2 comma 3. Thank you. 1/2 comma 3. All right. Anybody have any questions with 1/2 comma 3? All right. Now what I want to do is I want to go back and we're going to practice putting it in for y. All right. So the first thing I need to do for y1 is to move the what? So that becomes parentheses. What? But I want you to say 16 minus 2x. Agreed? And then what am I dividing by? By 5. Thank you. Under y2, all I have to do is move the what? Do I need parentheses? No. So I'm just doing 4 minus 2x. Could I do negative 2x plus 4? Doesn't make a difference. Now you're checking yourself. Type it in under y1 and y2. And see if the answer is 0.5 comma 3. Try to be quick. Try to be quick. Let's go. Now's the time you're asking me if you have trouble. Any issues? Any issues? Going pretty good? All right. Let's move on. 30. Now, listen. 30 is a what? Addition. We're not doing this one right now. That one's too easy. All right, let's see what 31 is. 31 multiplied by what? Multiply by negative 1. And then add them. So we're going to go on. Not doing that one. Just put the note down just to make sure. Everybody good on this? All right, now we're going down to 32. Uh-oh. 32 is a good substitution problem because it has a fraction. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do this. Wherever I see a y, I put what? So come on, we can do this. X plus 6 times 2/3 x equals 30. Now, everybody should be able to tell me what is 6 times 2/3? 4. If you don't know that, we're not allowed using calculators for fractions. Everybody okay with that being 4? So now I have x plus 4x equals 30. 5x equals 30, so x equals what? 6. Beautiful. Now we plug 6 in for x. Y equals 2/3 times 6, and of course everybody can tell me what that is. What is it? 4, right? And once again, if you're having trouble, you're not seeing the fraction, let me know. Let's clear it up. What's 2 times 6? 12 divided by 3. 6 divided by 3. Right? How did I do division? Because that's what this fraction bar is. Okay? So my answer is 6 comma 4. Now, for question number 32, do I have to do anything with the 2/3 x?
No.
Nope. So y1 is just 2/3 x. Now, y2 would be
Minus
over.
6.
Beautiful. Everybody should be able to do that. Come on. Now, just double check it with your calculator. All right? If you're having troubles, let me know. All right? You should be practicing. You're supposed to be getting faster. You're supposed to be getting faster, faster, faster. Everybody okay? Good? All right, here we go. 33 is a what? Addition. Moving on. Okay, 34 is the one. Everybody put a star by number 34. All right, this is as hard as it gets. This is the hardest I can possibly make it. Okay, everybody needs to listen up on 34. Now, if you know how to do this one, I am sure you're going to get a what?
100.
You're going to get 100 on the test. I'm sure of it. All right, provided you don't make any of your normal silly mistakes trying to add and subtract. All right, here we go. Someone who has been with me and working hard, tell me what I am going to multiply to do an elimination on this. Jackson, go.
So you multiply the bottom one by 3. You multiply the top one by -2. That would work.
That would work. I am very happy with you. All right, so here we go. Multiply the bottom by 3 and the top by -2. Thank you very much. And that will eliminate the what? X. I could also multiply.
1/3.
Somebody help me, please. Go.
You can also multiply the top by -3 and then the bottom by 4.
Yes, but if you're going to multiply both by negatives, we can just multiply by positives. You with me? So you can multiply this by 3 and by 4, and that would eliminate the what? That would eliminate the y's. Very good. Hey, you're kind of right. But listen, when you multiply by a fraction, it just makes it what? It makes it harder. Unless everything can divide through. You with me on that?
Yes.
All right, so it's much easier to just go ahead. All right, so now let's multiply the top by -2. All right, when I multiply the top by -2, I get -6x minus 8y equals 50. Multiply the bottom by 3. 6x minus 9y equals -6. Is that right? Is that right?
Yeah.
It's a little strange because we get a what? Yeah, we get a fraction. All right, so I always double check my work for fractions to see if I made a careless mistake. Does everybody hear me? That's what you should be doing. All right, so I double checked my work and it looked correct. So now I have what? -17y is equal to 44. So y is equal to -44 over 17. Is everybody happy with that? Everybody good? All right, so now it's annoying. So here we go. Y, I'm going to plug into here. We'll plug it right there. All right, so now 2x minus 3 times -44 over 17 equals -2. Now listen to me, guys. Do I care about fractions right now? Is the lesson over fractions? The lesson's not about fractions. So this is how we're going to use our calculator now. So I need everybody's attention now. All right? Let's practice using the calculator with fractions. All right? So the first thing I want everybody to do is when I do a negative times a negative, I automatically get a what?
Positive.
So I don't really care to do those. I just want you to do 3 times 44 divided by 17. Math, enter, enter. All right, 3 times 44 divided by 17. And so we have 2x plus, what is that, 132 over 17. Does everybody agree with that? Right? Negative or positive 132 over 17. Everybody good? Who's saying what? Did you multiply 3 times 44 divided by 17 and turn it into a fraction? Come on, guys, I got things to do. Reed, did you do that on your calculator?
Yeah.
Math, you good?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm going to do -2 minus my answer. Does everybody know how to do the answer, right? You don't have to type in, like, look real carefully, 2x equals, now I'm just going to put -2 minus 132. Uh-oh, I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to do this. -2 minus my answer. Does everybody understand where your answer is? You can go right here. It's above the negative. So do -2. Come on, -2. -2. Man, are you following directions? -2 minus second answer. Enter. Does that make sense? right? So we don't have to continue. Then once you do that, you take that and divide it by 2. So you just go divided by 2. And then you hit math, enter. All right, and so x is equal to, what was it? Leah, do you remember? Or did you figure it out? Negative 83 over, anybody else get negative 83 over 17? All right, practice. Do you understand what I was trying to tell you? All right. Do you guys ever understand where the answer button is? The answer button is, you can hit the second, you see, and then it's the negative. So you don't have to keep putting the answer in. It automatically. The other thing some of you know is you could just push your calculator up 1 to get the answer, right? The up arrow will take you to the answer. Does everybody understand that? The calculator, like I said, guys, super important to be good at it. All right, if you're not understanding what I'm saying, put your hand up. I'll come around. All right, is everybody good with that? All right. So now that's kind of annoying because the fractions are a little weird, but that's okay. Negative 83 over 17, comma, negative 44 over 17. Is everybody good with this? All right, now I got to go back and put it under y1. y1, someone who's been paying attention, quickly. I want someone who can do it fast. How do I write the equation for y1? Go.
So parentheses -25.
Good.
Minus 3x.
Good.
And C5.
Beautiful. That's exactly what I want. All right, exactly what I want. All right, Catalina, do the second one. Yes? Shh. Hey, leave it. Just leave it alone. All right, now you can tell me. Ask me. Come on, Gavin, what? You sure?
Yep.
Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. Concentrate with me. If you need some help, just let me know. I want to help you. All right? Now, type that into the calculator. Right? Find the point of intersection. And this is the first time when you're going to see an x and y, a bunch of decimals. So how do I know if I did it correct? All right, I'm going to show you. What? That means you didn't type it in correctly. That means you put a minus sign instead of a negative sign. We've done that 100 times. Come on, you should know that. Syntax error means you're doing something on the calculator. It's trying to do what you're telling it to do, and it doesn't understand what you typed in. So somebody find the point of intersection. Okay, now watch how cool. You can go to second quit. Now go math. Hit math. Enter. And it'll convert the x to see if you got it right. See what I'm saying? You understand what I just did? So now second quit. Math. Enter. Boom. Now you can check to see if the x value is correct. You're not in the right spot. Okay, second quit. Now to check your answer, math, enter. Boom, we're correct. Everybody see what I'm saying? Isn't that nice? All right, so if you don't understand the decimal, all right, math, enter. Yay, so now you check your x. It won't check your y. However, if you were smart, you could do alpha and find the y value. Where's the y? The y, w, x, y right here. And then math, enter, and that would be the Wi-Fi. Isn't that cool? So listen to what I'm telling you guys. You got to hear me now. The answer, the point of intersection, hear me, listen to me. The point of intersection is the x and the y, correct? So, if you want, you can go to x, math, enter, and it'll change the x coordinate to a what? Fraction for you. Then, if you want to figure out what the y value was, it stores that y intersection as the y variable. So now you hit your alpha, which is your variable y, hit alpha y, and then do math, enter, and that will check the y value for you. All right, everybody should just do that because you're curious. So alpha, and then go to y, which is the 1. And then math, enter. And that's telling the calculator to convert the y value to a what? Fraction. Look, guys, I'm telling you, man, super powerful information. All right, you have a huge advantage over kids if you know how to use the calculator. All right, and it just takes practice. All right. All right, hopefully you guys are listening with me. All right, here we go. 35. Here we go, guys. 35, 35, 35. Thank you. All right, now, Catalina, you okay? Did he show you? Good, good. Okay, come on now. Listen, if I can help, I want to.
Yeah.
Come on. Just trying to keep everybody ready. Okay, now look, I want, we only have 2 minutes, correct? Okay, so I'm not sure if we have time here, but I want everybody to look up for 35, and I'm going to explain what I need you to do over the weekend. All right, here we go. So on 35, someone tell me I could multiply the top one by, tell me, multiply the top by 3. Nope. Yes, very good. Very smart. Okay, I'm pretty happy. Like I said, if you know that, honestly, you can make 100. Right? You can make 100. Now listen to me, guys. Do you understand why I made 60-something problems or whatever? It's just obnoxious. Do you agree?
Yes.
That's only for what? Practice. Practice. That's what you're doing. All right? I'm telling you, it's important to use your calculator. All right? Now, I'm not really giving you any homework. All right? But there's no way on Monday I can do all of them. Do I agree?
Yeah.
So, again, I want everybody to make a what on the test? 100. You decide where you're at. Does everybody agree? Like, if you're sitting here today going, man, I got all this, man. This is easy. All you got to do is practice a little bit. And you got to practice using your calculator. All right? Now, it would be really nice if you said to yourself, well, tonight I'll do like 6 questions. Saturday I'll do maybe 10. And Sunday I'll do 10. Then the worksheet's almost what? The worksheet's done. All right? And then on Monday, all I have to do is go through and tell you the answers. But I don't really have to tell you the answers because you can check all the answers with your what?
Calculator.
With your calculator. That's why it's not necessary. Is everybody with me? Really, I just want you to make sure you're prepared for Tuesday's test. I don't think it's going to be hard. And like I said, I'm serious. Everybody should make a what?
100.
You should make 100 because you can check your work. All right? So you know where you're at. If you're in great shape, if you got practice, that's what the weekend is for. Make sure you're ready for Monday's class, and you just got to practice. That's all we're doing on Monday. All right, anybody have any questions? Great job today, guys. Great job.